In the vibrant city of Orario, a new chapter was beginning to unfold for Bel Crannell and his family. The calm following the events in the school district was soon replaced by an unexpected visit. A young half-elf named Nina Toole, a student from the prestigious academic district, had been assigned to an internship with adventurer families, and the chosen host family was none other than the Hestia Familia. Delicate in appearance, with brown hair and a jade-green streak, Nina showed enthusiasm and respect as she introduced herself to the members of the house. Her presence, however, surprised everyone, especially Bel, who had recently returned from his secret mission at the academy. After living disguised under the false name of Roppie Flemish and guiding the institution's weakest squad, the young adventurer had finally returned home, now once again recognized as the legendary Rabbit Foot. Bel's time in the school district had left deep marks. During his time there, he helped transform a group of insecure students into true fighters, facing not only physical challenges, but also emotional bonds and personal secrets. However, with his identity revealed and the bonds created under false names, Bel felt uncomfortable, preferring to keep his distance to allow everyone to assimilate the truth. But this brief period of rest was interrupted by Nina's arrival. The young woman had obtained authorization from the headmaster himself to carry out her internship with the Hestia Familia, which meant that Bel's past in the school district was far from being left behind. Her shy gaze and the nervous way she observed him betrayed something beyond simple respect for a veteran. The bond created between the two during training seemed to persist, even after the end of that stage. While Bel tried to understand the situation, between embarrassment and confusion, the atmosphere in the house oscillated between surprise and disguised jealousy from the other members. The students' presence sparked unexpected comments and reactions, and the mansion's usual harmony was replaced by a vibrant and chaotic energy, a harbinger that this internship would bring not only learning, but also new challenges and emotions for everyone involved. Soon after Nina's arrival, the atmosphere of the Hearthflame mansion became even more lively and somewhat chaotic, with the presence of an unexpected guest, Ina Toole, the guild advisor and Nina's older sister. Always responsible and known for her serious demeanor, Ina had arrived to officially oversee the start of the faction's internship, a requirement of the academic system that united students and adventurers in periods of practical interaction. The advisor's appearance, however, generated curiosity among the family members. The relationship between the half-elf sisters became immediately evident. While Nina maintained a respectful but somewhat nervous attitude, Ina assumed the position of authority, balancing professional duty with the protective instinct of an older sister. Even while trying to maintain a formal tone, there was a discreet concern in his gestures, as if he feared that his sister's internship would end in confusion, which, considering Bel's history and impulsive gods, was a justified concern. Bel, still trying to get his bearings, had become the target of his companion's attention and jokes. His gentle and somewhat naive nature made him the center of embarrassing situations, especially when his colleagues noticed Nina's shyness when she was near him. Amidst laughter, teasing, and exaggerated reactions, the atmosphere turned into a mixture of comedy and embarrassment, reflecting the contrast between the light-hearted daily life of the Hestia Familia and the weight of the adventures they had already faced in the past. The goddess Hestia, in turn, observed everything with a mixture of jealousy and amused irritation. Protective of her faithful adventurer, she didn't miss any opportunity to reprimand him for attracting, even unintentionally, the attention of the young women around him. Her impatient gestures and exaggerated expressions set the tone for the situation, bringing a touch of humor to the house. At the same time, Lilaruka, always vigilant and strong-willed, did not hesitate to show her displeasure, punishing Bel harshly for any slip-up, even imaginary ones. Ina, trying to maintain her composure, explained the internship procedures, but the family dynamics of the house made it clear that the environment would be anything but tranquil. Between the seriousness of the training and the emotional chaos that was taking hold, Nina would have to face a challenge very different from what she imagined. Living with a family as close-knit as it was unpredictable, where bonds were tested by both battles and feelings. With the internship officially underway, Nina Toole's presence in the Hestia Familia transformed the daily life of the mansion into a veritable roller coaster of unusual situations. The young half-elf, accustomed to the disciplined and studious environment of the academic district, now needed to adapt to the unpredictable routine of the adventurers, marked by intense training, noisy coexistence, and the constant energy that surrounded Bell and his companions. In the first few days, the culture shock was inevitable. Nina found herself lost among the strong personalities that made up the family, from Lilaruka's provocative humor to Haruheim's serenity and Mikoto's sense of duty. Each interaction was a mixture of learning and embarrassment, especially when Bell, always well-intentioned, tried to help her. His kindness, though innocent, made the young woman's heart race, and the simple fact of sharing the same space with him left her constantly nervous. Meanwhile, Bell observed everything with his usual air of confusion and naivete. Still not fully understanding the feelings he aroused, he treated Nina like a younger sister, someone he wanted to guide and protect. His gentle attitude only reinforced the enchantment she felt for him, creating a sweet and silent contrast between admiration and discomfort. Daily interaction began to strengthen bonds, revealing how much the experiences of the school district still echoed in both their lives. On the other side, Ina, as supervisor of the guild and concerned sister, tried to balance duty and emotion. She saw in the interaction between Bell and Nina both an opportunity for growth and a risk of unwanted distractions. Her attentive eyes missed no detail, and her posture maintained a delicate balance between professionalism and fraternal care. Amid misunderstandings, small fights, and moments of tenderness, the Hestia Familia found a new dynamic. The internship, which should have been just a simple exchange, began to become something bigger, a period of discovery, maturation, and renewal of bonds. Without even realizing it, everyone there was being transformed by this interaction, and, in the heart of Orario, a new chapter of bonds, emotions, and destiny was beginning to unfold. At the House of the Hearth Flame, the relationship between the half-elf sisters, Nina and Ina, was taking on new dimensions. Nina, still shy and embarrassed, reacted to her older sister's reprimands with a childish pout, like a daughter facing an overprotective mother. Ina, in turn, assumed the role of protective and responsible sister, correcting Nina firmly, but also with care and affection, showing the maturity and deep bond they shared. The interaction between them reflected not only a family hierarchy, but a reconnection of affections that seemed to have been lost over time, as if the two were recovering years of intimacy and trust. As she watched, Belle couldn't help but smile discreetly, admiring the scene and the closeness between the sisters. Even after receiving a headbutt from Lilaruka, he felt a comforting warmth knowing that Nina was being supported and guided by someone who cared deeply about her. At the same time, the rules and politics of the family and the school district hung over everyone. Hestia, mindful of Belle's position as a first-class adventurer, established strategic limits. She did not wish to attract unnecessary competition or put Belle in risky situations with other factions. However, Nina's presence changed this dynamic. Although officially the internship was a matter of training and strategy, her strength and talent were undeniable. With the title of healer, Nina possessed rare and valuable skills, capable of supporting the team in critical situations and strengthening the family's position. Her courage and dedication did not go unnoticed, and even in the face of rules and restrictions, the young woman was already proving to be a key player, both in maintaining the family's safety and in building bonds of affection and trust within that intense and unpredictable environment.